Hi everyone, welcome to Amaranth. These are general messages for the collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus and Jupiter placements. Let's get into it. So the first card you have, Pisces, is twigs. So twigs scattered all over this picture. Now, these are not full branches. These are just small parts of branches, right? Extensions. If you see on a tree, twigs are nothing but extensions. But they're still part of the whole tree. But at the same time, they are more fragile than the branches. You can break, twist them easily. So I feel for you, Pisces, this is something like an extension of you or your family or your career, something that is already solid like a tree. But these are small extensions that are coming up in your life, whether these are small growth in your career, like incremental growth in career, incremental growth in your responsibility. It also could be meeting up people like here and there. And it also could be something around your home life. Maybe you're extending your house, including another room, or, just maybe landscaping or shifting something, some kind of an extension of your life or your home or your family or even your resources. It could be growth in money, but incremental growth. This could also be growth in your side gigs, something that you started small, but twigs have the potential to grow to a full-blown branch. So eventually, if you keep at it, things have a chance to grow and become like a full branch, like become really big. How those small co-ops and small projects end up becoming global movements. So it's that kind of energy. People start their businesses or start as from a garage and it becomes a full-blown industry or corporation. So you might be collaborating with or meeting here and there with people. Those meetings, those chance meetings or those interviews or just those meetings, at friends' spaces and things could become solid connections, could become solid projects, So something that is small that will become big, because because twigs here, I see it as once, it's the drive, it's the energy to create forward movement, taking action, the potential. That's what I see this as. The next card you have, Pisces, is the hawk. Hawk is a divine messenger. It's known as a divine messenger. So you're probably getting some downloads or some signs and synchronicities from the universe. So pay attention to that. Hawks are also known for sharp vision. So they see things from far above. They fly right above. So it's also about taking a higher ground and seeing things from a higher perspective, like getting the bigger picture of things. Noticing patterns, like when you are flying, high above in the planes, when we look down, we can tell how the communities are organized, which we cannot tell when we're at ground level. So it's that kind of an energy, seeing the patterns, seeing how things are organized, seeing the opportunities that other people are not able to see. So I do feel that you will get the clarity and you will get the perspective that you need for making future decisions and calls. This is also seeing opportunities for long-term growth. We already saw that with the twins card. So you will be able to spot opportunities in places where you can invest in to grow in your personal foundations or in your career. Now, hawk is also known as the divine messenger. It's also the message in the sense, it's the messages that surface up from our psyche, from our subconscious. So you might suddenly realize something, some deeper thing which is embedded in your psyche or in your heart might come to surface that will help you realize things in the moment. Now, since high above, it's also a good spot. It's a good vantage point to see the pattern. So this is also a chance for you to see the patterns that are not working for you or that are working for you, either ways. So if you feel that something's not working or something needs to be tweaked, then this is a chance for you to make those corrections. Some kind of a course correction. Energy is also available to you with this hawk. This is also about investment, like where you invest your time and energy into, like if you own a business and if you have like several products, this hawk energy will give you the exact side as to which product is working and which product you should be investing more into. So take this as a satellite view. You might be actually looking at satellite pictures or working in space where you are, studying about satellites and things like that. But this could also be professions that require your observation skills because they're going to be really sharp right now. I've heard people say, like, if they see a hawk with circling over their head, it's a time for making some major decisions. And I've heard that from a lot of people. So this could be true for some of you. So it's a good time. It's a time of clarity. It's like Ace of Swords moment where you will see things very clearly, make decisions for yourself, for your family, or even guide your community or your team and companies. Next, you have Pisces. It's the Knight of Cups. This is your energy. Cups are water energies. Now, Knights are movement forward. These are messengers. So getting messages that are warm and heartwarming. This could also be you that's going in, giving the invitation or a message. This could also be invested in something that's dear to your heart. You're going after your goals. You're going after things that are, that make you happy. Something that is purposeful and something that your emotions are invested into. But this is very graceful energy. So grace will be your accessory in these times. Now, Knight of Cups are young, youthful energies, but they're also very sensitive, very intuitive. Just all the water qualities, right? Where creativity, empathy, compassion come naturally, especially when you're in the Knight of Cups energy, right? Your heart is full. You're leading with love and compassion. Your emotions are engaged, whether it's even in leadership. If you're in leadership positions, then you need to bring all these qualities to the table, especially, when you're leading teams. The only caveat with the Knight of Cups is that it could be a little dreamy. So if you're just, thinking or dreaming about creating something, you need to find a way to make it work and make it a reality. Some of you might be actually investing your time into creative projects, or you might be just, working as healers and counselors that really are compassionate with people and they have all the ears to listen to, where people are coming from. And some of you, I feel like, there's a horse out here. A horse also stands for grounded energy. So I do feel you will be grounding, you will be creating tangible things out of all the ideas that you have. Horse is also the power, right? The inner strength to create things, to go after things that are that you're emotionally invested into. This would also be networking with people, soulful connections and like-minded people coming together. Horse also stands for freedom, so something that will liberate you. Maybe you want to convey a message and you do it in a very gentle, poetic way. So it could be that you are, a quiet activist in the sense that if you sense a problem somewhere, instead of using brute force, you're using creativity, you're using images or poetry or art to convey your message instead of, being rude. But also, this is a good time to come together with people to heal burnt bridges if you wish to. This is also about coming together in groups and just having heartfelt conversations with people that you're comfortable with. This could also be in certain relationships that you're emotionally invested in. So I feel that some of you can feel things very strongly and you're able to visualize your path forward based on how you feel. So overall, diplomacy, kindness, compassion will be your best bet at this point in time, Pisces. And the last card for today you have is the birthday, and its birthday says a significant birthday holds the answer to your questions. So yeah, be prepared to be invited. This could be birthdays of kids around you or in your family. These are significant celebration moments, right? These are soul overturn moments, timings when things start to work out because now we're ready to receive. These are new cycles beginning. But I feel that some opportunity might strike you when you are attending birthday parties or events. It could be birthday parties, it could be other events as well. Maybe you're meeting other people or maybe you're meeting the people that you met before and, something culminates into a collaboration or a contract. This could also be meeting up with family, extended family, and talking, having heartfelt conversations, and you figure something out, or you discover something about your family, or, lineage or your family history. This could also be that you meet somebody whom, maybe a soulmate, maybe somebody that you like spending time with. Or dear friend, it could be somebody that you have not met for a long time. So some answers some question that you have in your head will be answered either through, just by observing people, because the hawk energy is all about observing. So maybe you observe people, maybe it's through gifts that you get, maybe it's, the events that play out at the event, maybe it's the people that you meet. It could also be something that you hear, even kids are very inspiring. You have the Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups could very well be kids as well, because it's a very youthful energy. So somebody comes, maybe kids come and tell you something really heartwarming and that changes your life. And that happens a lot of time, Kids are highly inspirational. But this could also be information regarding the logistics, the cake, there's a new bakery around the corner, or flowers, there's a new flower shop, or this, that, and the third. You figure out something about logistics and your environment. So this could be any kind of answers. These are general messages, Pisces. So let me know how these play out in your life, and hope you enjoyed your messages. So thank you guys for joining. Please subscribe and hit the like if you enjoyed the content, and I will see you in the next one. Take care, guys. Bye for now.